In this video, we are going to discuss about behavior of resistance, inductance and capacitance with change in frequency. As we know, resistance is independent of frequency. As frequency increases, its value not changing. That is, it is constant with change in frequency. The resistance is represented in this way. As seen in this diagram, as frequency increases, the resistance value is constant. It is not changing. Next one is inductance. Inductive reactance XL is directly proportional to frequency F. As we know, XL is equal to omega L, which is equal to 2 pi FL, where F is the frequency in hertz. So we can say that XL is directly proportional to frequency. So as frequency increases linearly, inductive reactance is also increases linearly, and it can be expressed in this way, JXL. Next one is capacitance. As we know, Xc is equal to 1 by omega C, which is equal to 1 by 2 Fc. Therefore, we can say that capacitive reactance Xc is inversely proportional to frequency F. And it can be expressed in this way, that is minus jXc. So it is clear from this graph that as frequency is very low, capacitive reactance is very high, that is infinite. And as frequency increases, capacitive reactance start decreasing, and finally it becomes 0 at F is equal to infinite. Now let's see the total impedance in RLC series circuit. So this is the RLC series circuit excited by an AC source voltage V, and the total impedance we need to find out. So from this diagram, total impedance is R plus JXL minus JXC, which can be written as R plus J we can take outside. XL is omega L and XC is 1 by omega C. So Z is equal to R plus J into omega L minus 1 by omega C. So from here, the magnitude of this impedance can be written as root of R square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C whole square. And phase angle can be written as tan inverse, this imaginary part divided by the real part. That is tan inverse omega L minus 1 by omega C all divided by R. Now we can find out the value of the magnitude of impedance and angle of this impedance for different values of omega. First of all, let's see omega is equal to 0. So corresponding to omega is equal to 0, the magnitude of impedance is equal to root of R square plus this part becomes 0. Finally, it becomes R square plus 1 by omega C whole square. 1 by omega C become infinite. Therefore, magnitude of impedance become infinity corresponding to omega is equal to 0. Then when we are considering this angle equation, as this is infinite minus infinite, so tan inverse minus infinity is minus 90 degree. So corresponding to omega is equal to 0, magnitude of this impedance is infinity and corresponding angle is minus 90 degree. Now let's consider the frequency as resonance frequency omega 0. Corresponding to resonance frequency, the magnitude of the impedance is R itself, pure resistive circuit, so R itself. For resistive circuit, this part is 0. So angle is 0, voltage and currents are in phase, and corresponding to omega is equal to infinity, this omega L become infinity, therefore magnitude of impedance become infinity, and the angle become tan inverse infinity by R, that is tan inverse infinity itself. Tan inverse infinity is 90 degree. So it can be seen that as the frequency increases from 0 to infinity, the total impedance is varying from infinity to a minimal value, that is R. Then again it is increasing to infinity, and angle is varying from minus 90 degree to 0. Then again it is increasing into 90 degree. So it is to be noted that in between 0 to omega 0, This angle is minus, that is corresponding to capacitive reactance, and corresponding to omega 0 to infinity, that is resonance frequency to infinity, angle is positive. Under that condition, the circuit behaves as inductive circuit. This graph shows the variation of R, XL, XC and total impedance of RLC series circuit with respect to frequency. As frequency increases, there is no change for resistance. As frequency increases, XL is increasing linearly like this, and as frequency increases, XC is decreasing from infinity to 0, and the magnitude of the impedance is initially infinity at omega is equal to 0 or f is equal to 0, and as frequency increases, its value is decreasing and it is approaching to a minimal value. The minimal value is R, and this minimal value is obtained at resonance condition, that is resonance frequency. After resonance frequency, again if we are increasing the frequency, impedance value is again increasing to infinity. Now let's consider a series RLC resonance circuit with R is equal to 10 ohm, L is equal to 0.1 Henry and capacitance as 10 microfarad. Let's simulate this circuit with the help of MATLAB. MATLAB stands for Matrix Laboratory. All the variables which we are entering in MATLAB is taken as matrix. You will learn more about MATLAB in higher semester. From MATLAB, we got these graphs. As discussed earlier, XL is increasing linearly with respect to frequency variation. As frequency increases, XL is also increasing, so we can obtain a straight line like this. And as discussed earlier, XC value is initially very high, and as frequency increases, XC value becomes 0. It is approaching to 0 here. And this graph is the variation of total reactance, where total reactance is calculated by XL minus XC. So initial part, the total reactance is negative. So under that condition, circuit behaves as capacitive circuit. And after that, this XC is increasing linearly. So under that condition, circuit behaves as inductive circuit. And this graph gives the variation of magnitude of impedance with respect to frequency. As seen in this graph, the magnitude of the impedance is very high initially, and as frequency increases, the magnitude of the impedance starts decreasing and it reaches to a minimal value, that is corresponding to resistance value, that is 10 ohm. And after that, if we are again increasing the frequency, we can see that the magnitude of the impedance is again start increasing. So region left to this resonance frequency is capacitive region, and region right to this frequency, resonance frequency, is inductive circuit region. So under this condition, circuit behaves as inductive circuit. And this graph gives the variation of angle, that is impedance angle, with respect to variation of frequency. So as seen in this graph, initially this value is minus 90 degree. Here we simulated for a frequency of 1000 Hertz. For 1000 Hertz, the value is obtained as this angle is obtained as 89.06 degree. As we are increasing frequency further, we can obtain Y, that is phase angle, as 90 degree. So corresponding to F is equal to 0, the angle is obtained as minus 90 degree, and corresponding to F is equal to infinity, this angle is 90 degree. Now let's see one simple problem. For the above circuit, that is R is equal to 10 ohm, L is equal to 0.1 Henry and C is equal to 10 microfarad. Let's see the impedance value at resonance frequency, before resonance frequency and after resonance frequency. So this is the circuit where Vs is the AC supply voltage. We know resonance frequency Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. Substituting the value of L as 0.1 Henry and C as 10 microfarad, we can obtain the resonance frequency as 159.155 Hertz. Now, corresponding to resonance frequency, we know the circuit behaves as a pure resistive circuit. So, corresponding to F0, that is resonance condition, impedance is 10 ohm itself. Now, let's see the impedance just before resonance frequency. So, let's consider 10 Hertz before the resonance frequency. That is impedance at 149.155 Hertz. We know XL is equal to omega L, that is 2 pi FL. Substituting the value of L and EF like this, we can obtain inductive reactance at 149.155 Hertz, that is just before resonance frequency, as 93.71 ohm. And this corresponding value just after resonance frequency, that is at 169.155 Hertz, can be obtained as 106.28 ohm. From here, it can be seen that inductive reactance at a frequency less than the resonance frequency is less than that of inductive reactance corresponding to a frequency which is higher than the resonance frequency. Next, we can calculate the capacitive reactance corresponding to 149.155 Hertz. It is obtained as 106.7 ohm. And the capacitive reactance corresponding to 169.155 Hertz is obtained as 94.09 ohm. From here, it is clear that capacitive reactance is more for a frequency less than resonance frequency, and capacitive reactance decreases as frequency increases. Here it is clear that inductive reactance increases as frequency increases. Here capacitive reactance decreases as frequency increases. Now we need to calculate the impedance corresponding to these two frequencies. First of all, let's see the impedance at frequency before resonance frequency, that is at 149.155 Hertz. We know the magnitude of the impedance is equal to root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Substituting the value of XL and XC, which we got corresponding to 149.155 Hertz, that is 93.71 and 106.7 ohm. And the magnitude of the impedance is obtained as 16.39 ohm. Here, when we are comparing these two values, that is XL and XC corresponding to 149.155 Hertz, that is less than resonance frequency, it can be seen that XL is less than that of XC. Therefore, impedance is capacitive. Similar way, the impedance corresponding to 169.155 Hertz, that is after resonance, can be obtained by means of this equation as 15.767. Under this condition, it can be seen that inductive reactance is more compared to capacitive reactance. Therefore, corresponding to a frequency which is greater than the resonance frequency, the impedance is inductive. So it can be concluded that series resonance circuit behaves as capacitive circuit below resonance frequency F0, That means for 0 to F0, circuit behaves as capacitive circuit. Similar way, series resonance circuit behaves as inductive circuit above resonance frequency F0. That means for F0 to infinity, circuit behaves as inductive circuit.